I suppose we will start where it all started, with a few poems. And a cat. 2 poems and a cat. Now, a man said unto his angel, "My spirits are fallen through, and I cannot carry this battle. Oh, brother, what shall I do? The terrible kings are upon me, with spears that are deadly bright. Against me so from the cradle do fate and my fathers fight." Then said to the man his angel, "Thou wavering, foolish soul, back to the ranks. What matter to win or lose the whole? As judged by the little judges, who hearken not well nor see, not thus by the outer issue the wise shall interpret thee. Thy will is the very, the only, the solemn event of things. The weakest of hearts defying is stronger than all these kings. Though out of the past they gather mind's doubt and bodily pain, and pallid thirst the spirit that is kin to the other twain, and grief in a cloud of banners, and ringleted vain desires, and vice with the spoils upon him of thee and thy beaten sires. Well, kings of eternal evil, yet darken the hills about, thy part is with broken sabre to rise in the last redoubt. To fear not sensible failure, nor covet the game at all, but fighting, fighting, fighting die, driven against the wall. The Kings by Louise Imogen Guiney. A fierce unrest seized at the core of all existing things. It was the ego wish to soar that gave the gods their wings. From what flat waste of cosmic slime and stung by what quick fire, sunward the restless races climb, men risen out of mire. There throbs through all the worlds that are this heartbeat hot and strong, and shaken systems star by star awake and glow in song. But for the urge of this unrest, these joyous spheres are mute. But for the rebel in his breast, and man remained but a brute. When baffled lips demanded speech, speech trembled into birth. One day the lyric words shall reach from earth to laughing earth. When man's dim eyes demanded light, the light he sought was born. His wish a Titan scaled the height, and flung him back the morn. From deed to dream, from dream to deed, from daring hope to hope, the restless wish, the instant need, still lashed him up the slope. I sing no governed firmament, cold, ordered, regular. I sing the stinging discontent that leaps from star to star. Unrest by Don Marcus. I flung my soul to the air like a falcon flying. I said, wait on while I ride below. I shall start a heron soon in the marsh beneath the moon. a strange white heron, rising with silver on its wings, rising and crying wordless, wondrous things. The secret of the stars, the world's heartstrings, the answer to their woe. Then stoop thou upon him and grip and hold him so. My wild soul waited on as falcons hover. I beat the reedy fens as I tramped past. I heard the mournful loon in the marsh beneath the moon. And then with the feathery thunder, the bird of my desire broke from the cover, flashing silver fire. High up among the stars I saw his pinions spire. The pale clouds gazed aghast, as my falcon stooped upon him and gripped and held him fast. My soul dropped through the air with heavenly plunder, gripping the dazzling bird my dreaming knew. Nay, but a piteous fright, a dark and heavy weight, despoiled of silver plumage, its voice forever stilled. All of the wonder gone that ever filled its skies with glory. O bird that I have killed, how brilliantly you flew across my rapturous vision when first I dreamed of you. Yet I fling my soul on high with new endeavour, and I ride the world below with a joyful mind. I shall start a heron soon, in the marsh beneath the moon. A wondrous silver heron its inner darkness fledges. I beat forever the fens and the sedges. The pledge is still the same, for all disastrous pledges, all hopes resigned. My soul still flies above me for the quarry it shall find. The Falconer of God by William Rose Benet. He fought for his soul. The stubborn fighting mastered his strength. Endless indeed, this long requiting, he cried at length. 6 times have I come where my first hope jeered and laughed me to scorn. Oh, now I fear, as I never feared, to fall forsworn. When they fight upright and at me, I give them then blows as shrewd as those combat me. But now again they struggle and writhe like fiends escaping underhand. They flicker and strike. My wounds are gaping, I reel to stand. 6 battles that span by this gasping breath, no pantomime. 'Tis all that I can, I am sick to death. The 7th time, not for crowns and thrones hereafter. He stared wide-eyed, like a knight in glittering armor. Laughter stood up by his side. The Last Ally by William Rose Benet. Gaily bedight, a gallant knight, in sunshine and in shadow, had journeyed long, singing a song in search of El Dorado. But he grew old, this knight so bold, and o'er his heart a shadow fell as he found no spot of ground that looked like El Dorado. And as his strength failed him at length, he met a pilgrim shadow. "Shadow," said he, "where can it be, this land of El Dorado?" "Over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow. Ride, boldly ride," the shade replied, "if you seek for El Dorado." El Dorado by Edgar Allan Poe. The mouse that gnawed the oak tree down began his task in early life. He kept so busy with his teeth, he had no time to take a wife. He gnawed and gnawed through sun and rain. When the ambitious fit was on, then rusted in the sawdust till a month of idleness had gone. He did not move about to hunt the coteries of mousy men. He was a snail-paced, stupid thing, until he cared to gnaw again. The mouse that gnawed the oak tree down, when that tough foe was at his feet, found in the stump no angel cake, nor buttered bread, nor cheese, nor meat. The forest roof let in the sky. "This light is worth the work," said he. "I'll make this ancient swamp more light, and start it on another tree." The Mouse That Gnawed the Oak Tree Down, by Rachel Lindsay. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. Yet matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. Invictus, by W.E. Henley. Sleep sweetly in your humble graves, sleep, martyrs of a fallen cause, though yet no marble column craves the pilgrim here to pause. In seeds of laurel in the earth, the blossom of your fame is blown, and somewhere, waiting for its birth, the shaft is in the stone. Meanwhile, behalf the tardy years which keep in trust your storied tombs, behold your sisters bring their tears, and these memorial blooms. Small tributes, but your shades will smile more proudly on these wreaths today than when some cannon-moulded pile shall overlook this bay. Stoop, angels, hither from the skies. There is no holier spot of ground than where defeated valor lies, by morning beauty crowned. At Magnolia Cemetery, by Henry Timrod. The kings go by with jeweled crowns. Their horses gleam, their banners shake, their spears are many. The sack of many peopled towns is all their dream. The way they take leaves but a ruin in the break, and in the furrow the ploughmen make a stampless penny, a tale, a dream. The merchants reckon up their gold. Their letters come, their ships arrive, their freights are glories. The profits of their treasures sold they tell and sum. Their foremen drive, the servants starve to half alive, whose labours do not make the earth a hive of stinking stories. A tale, a dream. The priests are singing in their stalls. Their singing lifts, their incense burns, their praying clamours. Yet God is as the sparrow falls, the ivy drifts, the votive urns are all left void when fortune turns. The god is but a marble for the kerns to break with hammers. A tale, a dream. Oh, beauty, let me know again the green earth cold, the April rain, the quiet waters, figuring sky, the one star risen. So shall I pass into the forest, not touched by king, merchant, or priest. Know the red spirit of the beast, be the green grain, escape from prison. The Kings Go By John Masefield. Comrades, pour the wine tonight, for the parting is with dawn. Oh, the clink of cups together with the daylight coming on. Greet the morn with the double horn when strong men drink together. Comrades, gird your swords tonight, for the battle is with dawn. Oh, the clash of shields together with the triumph coming on. Greet the foe, and lay him low when strong men fight together. Comrades, watch the tides tonight, for the sailing is with dawn. Oh, to face the spray together with the tempest coming on. Greet the sea with a shout of glee when strong men roam together. Comrades, give a cheer tonight, for the dying is with dawn. Oh, to meet the stars together with the silence coming on. Greet the end as a friend when strong men die together. Comrades by Richard Hooby. Tremble before thy chattels, lord of the scheme of things. Fighters of all earth's battles, ours is the might of kings. Guided by seers and sages, the world's heartbeat for a drum, snapping the chains of ages, out of the night we come. Lend us no ear that pities, offer no almoner's hand, alms for the builders of cities? When will you understand? Down with your pride of birth and your golden gauds of trade. A man is worth to his mother, earth, all that a man has made. We are the workers and makers. We are no longer dumb. Tremble, O shirkers and takers, sweeping the earth we come. Ranked in the worldwide dawn, marching into the day. The night is gone, and the sword is drawn, and the scabbard is thrown away. Cry of the People by John G. Nahart. It little profits that an idle king, by this still hearth, among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife, I meet and dole unequal laws into a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that love me and alone. On shore, and when through scudding drifts the rainy Hyades vex the dim sea. I am become a name. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men, and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honoured of them all. And drunk, the light of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met. Yet, all experience is an arch, where through gleams that untravelled world whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life. Life, plough than life, were all too little, and of one to me little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things. And vile it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star, beyond the utmost bound of human thought. This is my son, mine own Telemanchus, to whom I leave the sceptre and the isle, well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labour, by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centred in the speed of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. He works his work, I mine. There lies the port. The vessel puffs her sail. There gloom the dark, broad seas. My mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine and opposed. Free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honour and his toil. Death closes all. But something ere the end, some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. The light began to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends, 'tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and, sitting well in order, smite the sounding furrows, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides. And, though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Say not, the struggle not availeth. The labour and wounds are vain. The enemy faints not, nor faileth, and as things have been, they remain. If hopes were dupes, fears may be liars. It may be in yon smoke concealed your comrades chase e'en now the flyers, and, but for you, possess the field. For, while the tired waves, vainly breaking, seem here no painful inch to gain, far back through creeks and inlets making come silent flooding in the main. And not by eastern windows only, when daylight comes in the light, in front the sun climbs slow, how slowly! But westward look, the land is bright. Say not, the struggle not availeth, by Arthur Hugh Clow. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call from me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. At the midnight in the silence of the sleepy time, when you set your fancies free, will they pass on to where, by that fools think, imprisoned, lo, he lies who once so loved you, whom you loved so. Pity me. Oh, to love so, be so loved yet so mistaken. What had I on earth to do with the slothful, with the mawkish, the unmanly? Like the aimless, helpless, hopeless did I drivel, being who? One who never turned his back, but marched breast forward, never doubted clouds would break, never dreamed, though right were worsted, wrong would triumph. Held we fall to rise, or baffled to fight better, sleep to wake. No. At noonday in the bustle of man's work time, greet the unseen with a cheer. Bid him forward, breast and back as either should be, strive and thrive, cry, speed, fight on, fair ever, there as here. Epilogue from Asolando by Robert Browning. That's the chapter. Tomorrow we'll do, I don't know, twice that. We'll try at least to stand up and bat our way out of this attempt, which we fail at, but even though the trial is bent, we shall march on straightforwardly, aiming at the end for not triumph, not loss, maybe perhaps some epilogue which might be embossed in a piece of stone in a graveyard, standing all alone, except for the one or two each year who pass by to look and think and wonder who wrote so, who lies here, who once spoke but was so dear.